Hey everyone, this is Eric with lobocomservices.com again. So with another video, and in this video we're going to refer back to the previous video where we created a simple access database. And in this video we're going to create a query, and then we're going to start with reports. So if you didn't get the database, if you did, hopefully you can look at the other video and see where we created these three little simple tables here. For those of y'all who didn't, we created table tblDepartments, which is a real simple table. tblEmployees, a simple table. And then tblHR, which is a simple table. We just created these simple tables. And the video got too long, so I decided to break it up. But, okay, in order to use a report wizard, which is to create a simple report, I would choose to, put all these together. Okay, tblHR is our junction table, or a relationship table. And so, it pulls everything together. We have this employee ID here, and there's marketing. We had to use these drop-down lookup fields to see who we're talking about. Susie Thompson. Now, if we use a report wizard, we get to choose one object. So would it be nice to combine all these together into one? Combine all these three different tables into one object, and we could base a report on that one object. So that's why we're going to create a query to combine all the three objects into one. So we're going to go up here, and again, right clicking is just a habit. So anyway, there's no magic on it. So here I'm doing a query wizard. I don't particularly use the query wizard for anything because I don't like it. It's not really helpful. Maybe it's helpful to you, but it's not helpful to me. So I don't use it. I prefer to use the query design. And the queries basically want to pull in the main table here, which is tblHR, because that has all of my records in here. So, and next, I'm going to have these other tables in here just as kind of to pull in some piece of information and close. So I'm putting this in the middle. Let's see, I can move these around here. And now I'm going to join them. I know that this, look at this is kind of cool. With access, and these, no, I didn't show me. Well, if you right click and choose properties, let's see if it'll do it. Well, previous version, it seems it did. I was looking for a control tip that says this is a key that belongs to the primary key for that. And I didn't put any references in here. HR ID. I should get all the records in tblHR here. It should be we should be 4. So if I run this, I should get 4. Design view, run. I should get 4. Yeah, I do. That's good. And then I should get my first name and last name here. I'm pulling in those. Employee pay rate. The fields I need for the report. And I'm going to save this in case I do get closed down. QRY and HR report. QRY HR report is what I'm going to call those. And if I run this, again, I get the pay rates here, good. And then the HR hours and the comment. So I don't really need HR ID in there. So I delete that, highlight, delete it. So I have my two fields from my employees table, my pay rate, my hours. So I'm combining all these. I'm combining what's not in the employees table. I'm combining the hours with the pay rate, and of course what the department they work in. So now I have a hard number. I'm saving this and running it. Okay. Now I'm not using the drop downs. I'm using the hard values here. So now if I add a new item and TBL in here, let's say employee 30 worked another hour, like where they worked 4 hours. They worked 5 hours more. I should see 30. I should see a 5 records here in my table. So I'm pressing F5, and I'm going to requery this. With a new value here. And my phone should show up on the screen here. Kind of delayed reaction. Yeah, it does. Okay. All right. Now we're basing our report on this. So our department, employee names, first name, last name, and actually, okay, these are two different names. Two different. That's the first name and the last name. What if we combine them both together? I like that idea better. Okay, so we're going to create a new field in here. Like right to the left of department name, I'm going to press Insert key on my keyboard, and I'm going to say employee name. This is concatenation. Thanks for telling me, buddies. And L name. And then I can get rid of these two fields. Oh, thanks. Okay, bye. Now I'm going to save it and run it. Okay, great. So I concatenated those two fields. Now I'm going to, I gotta take out this okay, look at this. The field heading is EXPR1. I don't want that. I want this to be name. To change the field name, change everything to the left of the colon. Employee name. And I'm saving it, and bang. Now, you see my field name changed. It's kind of like the capture property, but putting it in here. If I put the capture property, this would make more sense, but I'm not. Oh, by the way, these drop-down boxes allow you to filter. Okay, so it makes it easy if I want to choose anybody that's $40 an hour. I could filter it just for, oh, these two people. Wow, it's the same person. And then toggle filter. And then anybody that's worked a certain number of hours. If I don't want it to be on the report, it's just a down and dirty account. 5 or 20. Let's say anybody that worked under 15 hours. These two people did. Okay, select all. Great. Save changes, yes. Okay, now under the report part. So now notice how I have this report wizard. Okay, if I click on it, I'm seeing my different objects right here, table queries. Well, here are my 3 tables. I don't really want to get information from them. I guess Access is a way of messing things up. So I prefer to put everything in a query, one object, because it doesn't get confused if there's one object. And so I prefer to put it into one object, and that's why I put it. That's why I did the query ahead of time, because I know it has less of a chance of making a mistake. And I click the double arrow, single arrow will bring over the item that you clicked. Double arrow will bring over all the fields. Yeah, so that's what I want. And next, here I have a choice of what I want to do. I want to add in grouping levels by department. Let's say department name. So this does it for me. Department name. And pretty much do this. You can always modify it afterwards, but this is a good way of generating a report by having access to it. Use the wizard. You can always go back and customize it. That's what we'll do later on. And next, do you want to sort? Yes, by their hours. Why not? And the summary options. Let's see if we want to summarize by their total hours they worked, and then the average pay rate for the department. Okay, and we're putting in details. Here are some options. You wanted the detail, the summary. Well, the summary only. We just want it at the end of each group. And then the option here to calculate the percentage total of the sums. No. Okay, next. So what do you want it to be? Layout. So you want it to be stepped. Here's a little example, like a little preview of what it's going to look like. Do you want it to look like that? Block, outline, what have you. So I want to just do stepped. So I think that looks pretty good. Adjust all the field width so all the fields fit on the page, of course, because you don't want to print up like a part of the data on one page and part of the data on another page, because it just won't load very good. And it saves them time in the end, because reports are very time consuming. Trying to get the formatting just right. What do you want the title for? What do you want the title for your report? It's not the report name. This is what you want for the title. HR report, and preview the report instead of modifying. So we don't want to get into modifying yet. That's a design view, and finish. And here we should see a preview of what goes on in what we have here. So HR department. I'm gonna go over here. Here we have the preview, what it's going to look like on the paper. Summary for department name, HR, 2 records. So, okay, because here's the grand total. We don't have a detail section. That's what we need. So we're going to right click on this and choose design view, and I notice that the detail section is, I think it's hidden because I don't see it. Properties, and here we have detail visible no. Well, I want to make it yes. That was one of those properties that we set. And view, print preview. I like to see what it's going to look like on paper. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, so we have HR 5 and 30 for Kelly Smith. She worked 5 hours and 30 hours and made a total 35 hours for the HR department at the average of $40 an hour. And here we have IT, John Kyle, 15 hours, 55 hours, 12.55, and then the total number of hours, 102. So now if I click close preview, if I go back there, I could have a little switchboard. Right now I have HR report. That was the name of the report, and it showed up in the caption too. So if I double click on it, it's always going to be static. Whenever I add a new record to tblHR, it's going to show up in my report. If I don't want it to be static, base it on a table or a date range. Called in sick HR comment. So that is good. Okay, next video we're going to talk about put calculations in here and look at modifying some of the design features of the report. Again, we're dealing with the reports primarily on the next video, and more advanced features of reports. Thanks for your attention. Make sure if you got value, to like the video and to subscribe to the channel for new videos that I put out. Thanks for your attention. Bye-bye.